Hi everybody! So my brother has now told me that I have to do a how it's made ATK, that's over Teakettle Bloody Mary mix. Says he's doing all these Christmas tree ones, and he told me to do it from the very beginning to the very end. Don't worry, there will be some speeding because you're not going to want to watch an hour and a half of me making Bloody Mary mix. So, first step, after you come into the kitchen, which we will get to that, I'll show you the kitchen in a second, is we need to put on our headgear, which bear with me because I like to try to be a little fancy, but I'm not very good at it, so this might take a minute. Headgear is on, trying to look as cute as we possibly can. So now we wash our hands. Okay, so hands are washed. I will be washing my hands a couple times during this process. So as you can see behind me, that is my new faucet for us to fill our kettles, because I used to have to carry them all the way from the sink to our induction plates, which are right here. So yeah, now we're gonna go fill our kettle. And it's all rigged up, that it's already hot water. It's awesome. It's still kind of heavy. Turn a little bit so you can see a little bit better of that process. So then we turn on the highest setting, which is, hold on, I'm just trying to find a lid. It's in the dish area. So, since I got these imported from Japan, it's all in metrics and centigrade and stuff. So it's at 240 degrees centigrade, which I don't know. I could look up how much that is, but it's hot, so that's all that matters. So we bring this to 190 degrees because we are actually going to make tomato juice is our first step. While this is heating, we have some things to put away. So let's see if I can get you in on that action. So there's a couple of things that we need to do first. I did already label these because I was only making one batch, and that's what I'm going to do today. Usually I make 3 batches, 3 to 4 at a time. So I've labeled these, pre-labeled, and then we have our batch number and expiration date. But what we need to do first is give it a pH test. So every batch we take an ounce of Bloody Mary mix. I tag the top so I know which batch and the date, because I have my trusty dandy pH book. So let's just get this all set up. And this you have to do, I think 24 hours after, or about within a day after you bottle. So usually I do not pre-label. I wait till after I pH everything, but I've never ever had a problem of pH being too high. So I just need to get a rinse glass. Alright, so we just have our rinse cup. Gloves are for later. Alright, so this is our awesome pH reader. So you have your thermometer and your pH actual reader. I just stick it in there to get the solution. You have to keep it in the solution at all times. This is the actual reader. Then we have our 2 pH calibration. There we go. So if I get a really bizarre reading, I can go, wait a second, is it reading correctly? So we turn on our little machine and give our little sample a shake. Alright, so now you stick both the actual reader and the thermometer in there because apparently temperature has something to do with it. And then we wait. It has a little one of those things you turn up and down, those time thingies. So you do this for every single batch that we do, and you keep the records for up to 3 years. So we are actually on batch, so 3.79. So I already wrote down what everything is, the date, and the batch number. So that was batch 794. It's just pretty good. So then, because, you know, every ounce counts, I save it and I put it in the next batch that we're going to make. So then we just rinse off, we put our thingies all back in there, and that's good to go. So now our only project is to put these away. So that was in the shipping department. Yes. Ooh, a full case because get all the gunk off the boxes. Nobody wants that nonsense. When I get a box of ATK, gotta have it looking good. One thing, I will say, when I worked in New York City at my cousin's store, Manhattan Wardrobe Supply, awesome place. She said it, and I'll never forget this. My cousin Cheryl told me, when you pack boxes to ship, she would get really irritated if the tape was all gunky or the box looked kind of crappy. And I was like, what's the big deal? Blah, blah, blah. And granted, this is like 2006 or something. And now, and then I get it. It's like that's the first thing you see when you get the box of ATK is how it's packed. And if it looks like I did a crappy job packing the box to ship to you or packing the box for you to get in store or at your restaurant, what makes you think I did a good job making the actual product? So I would like to shout out to Mickey Powers. I miss him very much during this epic time. Hence why I'm also wearing sweatpants and not real pants. Didn't think you could see him, but normally would be wearing real pants. So these go into our little storage area. So BRB. So now our next step is we are at 1:40, so we still got some time. Anybody knows me, I'm not actually putting stuff away. If you know me, I'm just moving it around and then I'm gonna lose it and then wonder where I put it because I never put things back in the same spot. And I know I do this and I know it hinders, I know. I'm just gonna tell you I'm putting it away. Okay. Is measuring out our tomato paste for our tomato juice. Where's my scale? Right in front of my face. So we have our scale. Because we do weigh everything because we have to. And it's all done in grams. Instead of measuring like in a cup or something like that, we do that when we send in our product to get tested. You have to give your recipe weighed in grams or kilograms, even liquid. So everything is weighed on a scale. All right. Again, super high tech here at ATK. So I have our fish tub from Lakewood left over. We don't put anything on the table. Make sure this is zeroed out. I'm not going to tell you what the measurements are. Okay? Not that silly. Everybody that's been very supportive during this interesting business venture I decided to go down. Yeah, it's been a journey, especially during a pandemic. So I might as well tell you about what we call. Ooh, God, that's a little close. By the way, I discovered a white eyelash the other day. What is that? So, in this handy dandy little Tupperware, dollar store, we call the guts. The guts. So what Mickey and I do is we pre-measure all the guts, the inside stuff. That's not tomato juice. So it has the hot sauce, the horseradish, the Worcestershire, lemon, lime juice, salt, pepper. So I don't know if you can see, but we're at just about 200 degrees. So now we shall add our tomato paste. And this is the part where you can make fun of me. Oh, I got my pants. Because I have to use my stool. So let's just check our temperature. We are at exactly 190 degrees. So now we put in our guts. Here, let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like. I feel like that's kind of the fun part. So we have our thermometer. I think it's probably going to be backwards on the screen. This is my first time, so I don't really know. And please, God, do not let me drop my phone. So this is what it looks like. That's our tomato juice. We just made homemade tomato juice. Pretty nifty. So, stool, I almost just swore. This is all the hot sauce, Worcestershire, horseradish, which I don't know if everybody knows. I started making our own Worcestershire sauce a couple years ago. So there's no caramel color, no high fructose corn syrup in that. So that's pretty nifty that we started doing that. We just scrape that out, put that away, and then we give it another. It's actually kind of cool because it changes color, even though it doesn't seem like there's that much in there to do that. Oop. I'm gonna have to get a beep button for this stuff. Alright, so usually I'm used to being by myself. So you get that all nice and stirred up. Let me take this out. Wipe. I'll take this guy out again. And there, I don't know if you can see all the flecks and deliciousness. And now we only went down just a little bit. So we're just gonna cover. So this is the dangerous part. This is where we need our gloves. So, because we hand bottle everything, it's 200 degrees. It's really hot. Alright, so we do. Let's do this. And we always keep, because it gets a little foamy on the top just because of how hot it is. So I am right-handed and you can't really see. And so what we do is we will stir a few times while we're bottling. We just have our jars right here. And this is how we do it. Usually, if there's somebody else here, they're capping. I do about 6 jars at a time before I throw lids on them. I hope everybody can see. Saw that? See, this is why we wear gloves. You think after 5 or 6 years of doing this, just trying to show off for everybody. And it's me doing it all by hand, or Mickey, mostly Mickey. I'm sure he'd be here if he wasn't. Ooh, that's a nice shot. If he wasn't in we weren't in this pandemic right now. So I miss you, Mickey. I miss ya. A few more jars in there. So then this I just go get out of a full box, which kind of is annoying. That's such a stupid thing to say. But I'll be RB. Oh my goodness, you know what we forgot? I say we like, you know what I'm doing. I forgot to do our 1 ounce sample. So we have our little 1 ounce sample. I don't think there's another quart. I think there's 16 ounces or so, which is half of a quart. So I'm just gonna go grab 2 little 8 ounce jars. I have just a little bit left, so that's not gonna last pretty right on. So that's how we make the actual mix. Again, my awesome brother told me I had to show you everything. So now on to the, I guess, dishes. Actually, we'll do this part first because this is probably some more fun. So this is our little tagger that gives us our batch number. So we're on 795 because remember from earlier when we did the pH of 794. And today's date, the 30th, so it's 04/3/021. Has a year shelf life. Let me just. So now we're going to, I guess, go over and do some dishes. Fun. I mean, I don't really know what to explain, but we'll speed up this process for sure. I have here might as well label. I can show you how that's all done. Normally I would wait to label because I normally like to label and put them right in the boxes, but obviously these are too hot to do that. But just so you have an idea in one video, start to finish, a good idea of what goes into it. I mean, you didn't get the first, like the guts part, but I can make a quick little video about that later. I'm doing this backwards. I usually have labels on this side because I'm right-handed, but I can't remember my glasses and label. And we can set them upright because it's been 5 minutes. I got the labeling down pretty good. Wipe down the surfaces and pour it in. I'm not gonna so thank you so much for coming along on a ATK debut, how we make it. And this is our beautiful batch that we made today. Batch number 795. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you like it, and let me know what other kind of stuff you want to see. Thanks. Bye.